wise man once asked me, do you want to work on the car or drive it? This proverb could be applied to any pursuit, and certainly here. Personally, I love working on engines, but mostly because I love the way they purr on the road. Naturally, my approach was to shoot first.
It's hazardous, it's dangerous.
But if you'd rather roll up your sleeves, there's lots of great stuff out there. Here's a more cautious approach. Panic never ends well. So settle on a number and drop a third on your short list. Then take some time for research. Given the climate, you'll see gains within days, minutes. Don't let panic drive you. There's always another wave coming. Once you've weeded out the weak links, drop another third. Then pick a favorite or two and drop the rest. I don't want to be one of those channels that throws out a bunch of terms that only the crypto nation understands. But I also don't want you to Google fiat thinking it's the next Tron or something. So you will need a few nerd terms. That said, you will never hear me bastardize the word hold. Never.
Please don't. Not like this.
I won't bore you with those.
Not like this.
Since you found your way here, I assume you know how to use a browser. But it's important to understand these terms and apply them, as this should be a pleasant experience. If you grab something at the top, it may be a while before it produces. This is mostly for noobs, but maybe you've been holding BTC for a while and you're not quite sure how to get started trading alts. One of my favorite exchanges is BiNance. It's user-friendly and provides airdrops where they give you random stuff just for holding. You immediately get a full access account without having to send personal documents. Yes, you should also register on the others, and they will need all this stuff for full access. BitTrex and CryptoPia are my other top picks. Let me know if there's any others that you would like for me to review. And please use my referral links below after you hit the like button and smash the subscribe for updates. I still work for a living unlike the rest of the crypto nation, but I'll do my best to check in. There are plenty of analysts out there, so why are you here? I guess you figured out I'm obsessed. So you know I've already watched all the nerd videos and know exactly what to do. That said, no one really knows except the 1%. Like you and Mulder, I want to believe. Crypto restored my faith in humanity. But it would be naive to believe that the recent growth is not mostly institutional.
It's hazardous, it's dangerous.
But you're here to learn to trade, not for a conspiracy rant. The most important advice I can offer is get your feet wet. You can't win if you don't play. Hopefully you watched my last video and didn't drop your life savings. I initially questioned my strategy on buying stuff that sounds cool, but I'm starting to think there's something to that. I mean, this is some next level. Jokes aside, this is a solid strategy. Consider the iPhone people. No offense. You don't have this phone because it's actually useful, but because it has a cute little apple on it. It's all about design. If it were about function, Sony is probably the only manufacturer left that honors quality control. Probably. Don't get me started on the power of a community-based app versus whatever it is them other folks do. Let's face it, the old ways are dead. We want apps designed by developers and individuals from all over the world working together toward perfection. Not a handful of nerds in a tall building with suicide nets around it. Jeez. Back on topic. These other folks are telling you to go buy this coin, that coin, because they have a solid foundation. And they're probably right long term. But you and I know that the noobs don't really care about any of that. We're cooking with grease here, and who can question brand power? So until the gold rush dies out, pick all the cool stuff. Then reinforce all the stuff they told you about. How you gonna question a guy with a leather trench coat? It's too bad we don't have a Morpheus salt. I feel like analysts don't get the time lapse now, as they're used to progressions over weeks and months, not minutes. Excluding, of course, the present state.
There's another organism on this
Still,
planet that follows
a
the
5-year
same
average of under 20 billion broke to 600 in a few months.
a virus.
You can hold or trade, or you can do a combo and reduce the stress of a dip. If you have 100, sell 10 or 20 at a peak and buy them back on a dip. If you've learned to spot waves, you should be able to recoup your initial and then some while maintaining your stock. This is important because you're eliminating the stress of the hold while priming yourself for the real target. 10x gains are nothing compared to what we should see shortly. You can figure out who has your coin from CoinMarketCap in the Market tab. Not all coins are offered on all exchanges, but when a coin is adopted, you will see a spike. It's hard to spend Bitcoin when it jumps thousands in minutes. Do you think about the value of $1 when you make a purchase? Though it's tempting to just hold it, you have to think of it as currency. Hold some if you'd like, but alts have been unstoppable in contrast. You don't want to make bank on what we tell you. Where's the fun in that? This isn't guaranteed, and is even more difficult during this assault, but should help you recover your initial. It's not easy, but done right, you should be stress-free in no time. Review an alt's history, and look for heavy activity. These are your buy and sell points. Confirm by looking for large orders in the sales column. Ladder your trades. If buying 100, split your order down to the target. Say 50 at the midpoint and 50 at the bottom. And same for selling. Most charts show around a 50% correction after a peak. Finding the top is tricky when dealing with all-time highs, which is why it's better to space your trades. There are many strategies, but this one keeps you in control.
You tell me.
BCC is making people a small fortune, but a lot can happen in just a few days. I certainly wouldn't want to have my funds locked up for 6 months, and never trusted even the most reputable banks with these schemes.
I can't imagine this would happen in Buckhead.
These seem geared toward individuals with unlimited funds. Besides, they seem kind of boring, and I thought we were here to have fun.